Hi, it's Darnell with Wave One Recipes, and today I'm going to be trying to dehydrate blueberries in the Gourmia digital French door air fryer oven, and we'll see how it performs doing dehydration right now. Alright, so here I have 1 pint of organic blueberries. I will say it does matter if you're going to use organic versus non-organic. If you use organic, you're going to get things that dehydrate, I guess I'll say better. They're going to dehydrate, in my opinion, fully and better in time. If you use the non-organic stuff, I don't know what they're putting in those things that aren't organic, but I do know from experience of dehydrating with non-organic fruits, blueberries, strawberries, they don't dehydrate as well. It seems like it takes longer, and it's just not the same at all when you're trying to dehydrate non-organic versus organic. I totally prefer the organic when it comes to, really, especially dehydrating, but just, foods in general. I've found that there is a major difference, and you see it most especially when dehydrating. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean these off, basically give them a rinse and then dry them off, and then we'll go into the next step. Alright, so I've got the blueberries all cleaned off. So now what I do is I basically take a fork and I poke, and basically you want to take the ones that you poke and get them onto the air fry basket. The reason you want to poke them first and make sure they're poked is that helps to put a little kind of a hole into the blueberries to give them a place to vent while they're dehydrating. So it's easier to hold them in the hand, in my opinion, than to do it from out of the bowl. But you just want to get some, and you take the blueberries and you poke them with your fork, and after you poke them, you drop them down in there, once you're sure that they got a vent hole in them. And you just continue to do that for all of them. So I'm just going to continue to do that. Alright, so the full pint of blueberries has been poked and is here on the air fry basket, which is able to hold them all comfortably. And now I'm going to basically open the cooker up, put them on the middle rack level. This cooker only has 3 rack levels. So slide them right in there, close the doors, turn the cooker on. Now I'm going to hit the dehydrate button, set the temperature to 150 degrees Fahrenheit. Going to move the time out to 24 hours. That should do these well at 24 hours. And we hit start, and we basically let it go. So, Lord willing, bring you back in about 24 hours. Alright, we're entering the final seconds of 24 hours of dehydration. And so we're going to go right on in and see what's going on. So open things up here, and there we have our completed dehydrated blueberries. So now I'm just going to take one off and do a feel test. Now this one feels a little moist. Now this one feels well dehydrated, and this one does as well. I'm just feeling through a number of these, and they all feel dehydrated. I'm wondering with this one here that feels, not dehydrated, and this one as well. I don't know, maybe I didn't vent them as well, or maybe they were near, well, these others near the door are dehydrated. So there's a couple, well, yeah, this one back here is dehydrated. So there are a few that seem like they weren't as well dehydrated, just a few that I'm feeling on, just a few of them. But overall they're done and fully dehydrated. Just a few seem like for some reason or another were not fully well dehydrated. But You can hear that. I hope that, you know, they're fully dehydrated as I drop them. So we'll go ahead and we'll do a quick taste test. So here are dehydrated blueberries, which we thank God for, and do a quick taste. Try one more. All right, dehydrated well, very well dehydrated blueberries, turned out great. There were, you know, just a few that, you know, I guess for some reason or another didn't really, you know, maybe they weren't poked well enough or something, but didn't dehydrate well. But overall, they're all dehydrated, so they'll be all useful in other recipes and things. You know, you can make your dehydrated, you know, breakfast treats or whatever you want to do with them is up to you. But you can do some dehydration in here, and it does a good job with dehydration. Everything turned out well. And so, you know, it can do, you know, your different functions, and it can do your dehydration also. The only thing I've ever run into issues with this cooker on is anything that might cause a bit of smoke, you know, like bacon and such. It has some issues there with things that are smoky over some other cookers that don't have as many issues. But things like dehydration and other functions and all, does a great job. So with all of that said, if you want to find other recipes, you can go to my blog, superwaveovenrecipes.com. Also in the video description, you can find my cookbook and other ways to help this channel. And if you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, share the video with a friend, leave your comments, subscribe, hit that notification icon, and good eating.